So, as you saw in the intro, I am working on my sketchbook. I already prepped it, so we're just going to go ahead and see how it is. I put this stamp like carrier over my book so then I could flatten the cover because the cover was really warped from the gesso. So we're going to see how that turned out. Okay. It is pretty flattened out. It looks pretty good. Okay, now we can start with coming up with an idea for the cover, which I feel like is a lot of pressure. Actually, but first, before we get started, I need to clean up my space because it's a little messy. And I need a clean area because it's going to be my studio for the next 3 months. So yeah, it's got to be clean and we got to start off right. Okay, so I decided on this picture. I'm not going to copy it exactly, but I'm going to get a rough outline of it just as a cover because I currently can't set up a still life anywhere and it wouldn't look very nice. So we're just going to stick with this. So it is a couple hours later and I realized over these hours that I have been gone and away from this painting, I just thought, you know what, maybe I'm just going to keep it that painterly feel. I want it to have some brush strokes that you can see and to make it feel very painterly. I'm liking it so far. I think it's pretty cool. And I did end up changing one of the book colors, which is this one. I wanted it to be red because I wanted some red in there or some pop of color because it was a little too blue and I usually love blue, but it was just too much and I just wanted like a pop of color, you know? And then I am going to tape this up and I'm gonna paint this. I actually don't know. I was thinking black, but then I have to sign my name. I'm gonna have like, it say Priscilla's sketchbook or painting journal. Priscilla's painting journal, I think. But that means I'd have to do that in white or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out when we get there. Whoa, and I just turned on this light and it made everything so much better. And this thing is really warping because this is like just another piece of paper. The cover was not very good, but we're gonna have to deal with it because that's, you know, that's the type of sketchbook I got because they were really out of stock and I'm just like, there was nothing at Hobby Lobby and there was nothing really at Target either. So we gotta work with what we got. Also, before we get back into it, I got 2 different blues. I thought this was the original blue that I really like, and it is ultramarine blue. And then I thought this was the same color. I thought this was the same one because when I looked at them in person, I thought there was the same one, but this one is way more, I don't know, pigmented, I guess. And then I got another one. Oh no, this was my first one. Primary blue. I thought this was the one that I wanted, but this one turns out green every time I mix it with something. So if you saw here, I was struggling so much. I wasn't struggling that much, I'm being dramatic. But when I put it down, the color, it looked green, and I was just like, this ain't blue, you know? And so it's like the dye, and I don't know what's wrong with it, but I need to go back to my ultramarine blue. And these are expensive. This was like $5.99, $6. Like, yo. And then I got the wrong yellow too. Like, I really don't really like the yellow I got. The yellow I got is like mustard yellow, and the one that I have that I got from my other one is like way like lighter, I guess. This one's like more orangey, and that's not what I wanted, which is not good, because I just wasted my money on more paint, and I should have taken a picture of what the colors were, but too late.